it right there and just drag it straight across. Stay out of your eye, but right across. And what you're doing is making it a lower lash liner. And it brings the color together. Again, go right in your lashes like that. And then drag it right through them. Back and forth. Just stay away from your waterline. Don't get it in your eye. And you can do one of two things with the leftover. You can stamp it right at your lash line, which is what I often do, like that. All it does again is make that color part of the upper lid. And it also backfills. You can also run it through the brow, just to kind of fill in where little hairs dare not trod. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil brush. Do I even have one in here? Yes. I'm going to use a pencil brush, and I'm going to use that kind of shimmery bronze that we used on the lid. I'm going to go a little below the lash, just a little, right below it. Just to kind of bring all that in, you know. There we go. Not much, just enough, right under where we did our liner, and it's just kind of bringing that color in. There we go. Did I get it? Doesn't feel like it's staying very well. This is not like Charlotte Tilbury's. Her makeup is second to none, y'all. Why is this palette not making me very happy, especially since I'm using Happy Eyes today? Okay, so it's a very rusty look. It's kind of a cherry bronze, which kind of reminds me of the colors of what I have right here. Let's see how similar they are. Oh my goodness. They're pretty similar. Alright, let me get rid of this so it won't fall out. Did it fall? It did. Look at the difference. Can you see? This is Charlotte Tilbury on the bottom. That's the Urban Decay Cherry on top. But there's a lot of similar colors. Like that and that. That and that. That chocolate brown and that. That bronzy and that. That gold and that. And the peaches. Certainly the matte white, which is pretty universal anyway. Yeah, and these two. And those two similar. They're very similar palettes. I would go with the Naked. I would never have thought I would say go with a Naked Urban Decay Cherry over the Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm not having a good day with this. Let's try it again tomorrow and see if we go with a different color look, if just maybe it's just me. And maybe I'll wax my eyebrows. So we'll see if it stays on a little better. But anyway, I need a blend. So let's just blendy, blend, blendy, blend. So we're going to blend right here. It's wherever there is a line to your skin. And then of course right there, there's the skin. There's a skin there. So you're going to brush kind of through that to get rid of that line. And then this area right back here, you're just going to kind of blend. And right there where it comes to skin. And again, just blend. It just kind of makes it not look like a line, you know, even through here and then here and here. And you can even do that underneath, just kind of, just so it's not such an obvious line. The line of demarcation. I don't even know what that means. Okay. So, I've got my liner on, but I don't have my upper lid eyeliner, and we're going to be using DHC, the Liquid Eyeliner EX, which is my favorite. You cannot buy any better, alright? And we go, for us ladies that are older and you might have a hood, you don't go out here, which will highlight that. You go right in the hood, right there, and come straight across, which makes no sense whatsoever. Do you see how that looks like a straight line? When I look up, look, it's not straight. It makes the little wing. That's just because you have a hood. And I did way too long a line, but that's okay. Yeah, that's way too long. So let's just say you were putting on your makeup and you really messed up like I just did, and what would you do to fix it? Oh, it's my job to tell you that, isn't it? Is that my job? I don't know. Going all the way in. Yeah, I think it is my job. So, what would I do? Because I do feel like that is way too stinking long. I look like an Egyptian. So, first of all, I'm going to get it off. I'm going to do that with spit. There's lots of ways you could do it, but I'm going to use spit this time. Just going over the last little end. Now you see how it just messed up all the shadow, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. Don't worry. Just going to get right where I would have wanted it to stop. Now, because there's a good bit of shadow there, just going to wipe off any additional shadow, right? Alright, and then I'm going to use my last blending brush to kind of blend the area because we have plenty of shadow right there. So let's just bring it over there from here. Kind of still give it that same color. That looks absolutely fine because we're going to put liner right over it. Okay. Now, because I did that, it gave it a little more black, which may happen over here. So what I may end up having to do is get like a brown outer color, but let's just see how it goes. Alright, let's do that again, but not so far out. That's a little better. Yeah, I like that a little better. What do y'all think? Okay. I'm going to do over here. Because see, that's all, look right there, that's got to be blended anyway. So if I make a boo-boo, let's just wait and see if I make a boo-boo. How far out? Right there. And come straight over. See, that just doesn't look, it's like, it's a straight line. It's like, it's not really. Not when you look up, look how it goes, that's because of the hood. See, what was a straight line is a hood. Let's just fill all the way down to the lash base, make it black. There you go. You don't want there any skin color showing through the lash. That's why you go all the way down to the lash base. Even though that's up there, you bring it down. All the way down. And all the way in that little lash base right there. I don't feel like... There. Is that a little better? Yeah, I feel like that's better. Yeah. There we go. Bring it down, bring it down. Yeah. And while I was doing that, I realized something. I have fallout on my nose. Therefore, we get a dual-ended brush, dual fiber. See how it's got two different fibers? And because of that, it fluffs up and you can flick powder off without rubbing it in. Now, I could also go ahead and use this as a blender, because remember that wasn't very well blended right there. Yep, that was perfect. Perfect. Okay. Then definitely what I'm doing, if you wonder what I'm doing down here, is I'm taking my brush and I'm rolling it around like that both directions. And that just gets off any basic, you know, if you're not washing your brushes every single day, which most people don't, at least knock off any additional residue. And then kind of floof them back out. And they'll make it to the end of the week for your brushings. I mean your cleansings. And I probably just hit my mouth. Oh, yeah, I do. I have lipstick on. Here. Okay. You know, whenever I do that, YouTube captures my cover pictures. I don't do them. And I don't know if it's just something that scans through and takes the middle, or if it's a person. And if it's a person, I bet they choose the one where I went. They always choose something silly. Silly and stupid. We're going to try this again tomorrow, so I'm going to leave it out because I'm really not happy with it. And I love Charlotte Tilbury, so I have to give her another chance. I have to. Because I love her stuff. I love this eyeshadow. I mean, this eyelash curler. This is hers. It is the best. I would highly recommend if you have any need at all for an eyelash curler. I know you don't need to redo them very often. Or if you want one in one room and one in the other for, you know, like me. I'm in here most of the time when I do makeup, but sometimes I'm getting ready and I don't film it. And so I have one in there too, and I also have one in my purse in case I have to touch up them during the day, which is kind of silly because I almost never use it. I used to a lot. Hold on, so you literally lay it on your lid, pops up your lashes for you. And you clamp down, and that makes the eyelashes that were like that go straight up because you're clamping them. But if you want to have a curl like that, then you let it out, right about right there. You let it out, and then you curl it back. So watch this. So now I've let it out a little bit, and I'm going to curl it back, which means you have to raise your elbow and put this metal piece back more towards your socket. And that gives a little bit more of a C curl. Again, you don't go all the way down to the base of your eye, or you may have to start off. Hold on. There, and then just come out just a little bit and curl it back some. And all an eyelash curler does is an eyelash curler, y'all, is a hair crimper. That's all it is. It's a hair crimper. And y'all know what I'm doing, don't you? I'm trying to talk over that stinking answer machine. Call from invalid number. Sometimes I'm embarrassed. What if it says calling from something terrible? I'd be like, I promise I don't listen to that, you know? A lot of it, I feel sorry for them. Don't ever be rude to them because that's their job. If somebody's a solicitor, just say, I appreciate this is your job, but I'm really not interested. Thank you. You probably should look for another kind of job. You never know. Maybe the only one they can get. So, back to this mascara. This is the Chanel Le Volume Waterproof. I don't want to like this. I don't want to like this. Because if I love it, it's expensive. But I gotta try it because it came in that little sports case that I got. Remember that? If you follow me, then you remember when we got that little pouch and it had the tinted moisturizer for foundation, and I fell in love with it. Remember that? Did I get more of that? I do like it. Wiggle, wiggle down. It's got really good coverage, y'all. Not good as Chanel Inimitable. I have to tell you that. I like that comb better than this one.